You'll introduce yourself, then you brief us about
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh.
Ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay.
Tell us your name.
My name is Yusuf Sebagala.
Then brief us about your travel. How have you managed to reach here?
It's been a little complicated in that the 72 hours as a COVID PCR, it's hard for emergency cases. We purchased tickets Sunday, we got tested Sunday, but in America, the processing time for PCR results is 2 to 4 days. So what we did is we were able to get processed within 2 days. But besides that, it's been good. We had the embassy help us as well, give us a COVID waiver just in case we go to Uganda and were disturbed without results. But we didn't have to use that. So we thank Karen Kasivayo from the Ugandan embassy and Mr. Katende, the ambassador.
Tell us about your father.
My father?
Yes.
What can I tell you about my father that you don't know? Honestly. What can I tell you?
When did you last have a...
But I spoke to him every day before he passed. The only day I did not speak to him is the day he passed. But that's only simply because of time difference. But every other day we spoke and he was fine. He didn't die a painful death, so he died a simple death. He was not sick, he was not bedridden, he just had abdominal pains, abdominal issues. And either one of the 3 abdominal issues could have killed him. He had an ulcer, I think this big, it's called a crater. Okay? So even if the ulcer itself could have killed him, in that if this crater had perforated, okay, that would have meant that food would have gone past the intestines and directly into his body. So that was one that would have killed him. And then the other ones, the bleeding. So we think at the end of the day, 2 surgeries were just too much for him. Anybody in their normal health. But I think also he was meant to go. It was his time to go. And based on his will of having us come to bid him farewell, I think he waited for a sufficient time for us to make it in. I think the airport opened up today, and we were fortunate enough to be amongst the first people to come through Entebbe and not have to self-quarantine. So, Chocho, Alhamdulillah, we thank God for that, thank Allah, and we hope
Yusuf, how would you best describe your dad? How would you remember him?
He did a lot for you, but what exactly do you remember?
It's hard to describe him in one word. He was multi-dimensional. Okay, he was multi-dimensional in that the only thing he knew that he could not overcome in life as a challenge was death. There was nothing else that you could tell him that he couldn't do. No. But it was multi-dimensional. If you ask me, we could stay here for 6 days, 2 years, 10 years, just for me to try and search for one word that could describe him or summarize him in one word. But he was multi-dimensional. I mean, he was a rock. It's still a rock.
Tell us about your siblings. How far are they? The people
Okay,
in the family.
I can confirm as of today there's me and 3 others of my siblings, 4 others that are here.
Their names, please.
We have Nuru, we have Avro, we have Farida, and we should have Shaba. Then I have another sibling that was supposed to live out of Canada, but because the Canadian Port Authority said that you have to have a COVID PCR in hand before you can board, he won't be able to make it for the burial, but he'll be coming in shortly after.
What message you have to the public?
For the people who have stood by him, who liked him, who are praying for him, we thank you. Naturally, a man stands on earth. He has people like him and people that aren't so friendly or aren't so interested in him. So for the ones that aren't interested in him, it's okay. He lived his life. You have your life to live. At one point, you'll be judged. At Hajji's point right now, only God can judge him. So whatever we say, whatever how we feel, it's all irrelevant now. He won't hear it. He won't know it. He can't reconcile it. But
Mr. Yusuf, the late Hajji here belongs to the youth, belongs to the government, belongs to the community. Could you be having any other words in conclusion, in appreciation, maybe to the sheikhs, to the entire community in Uganda? Give a few words.
depends on what you mean by a few words for who exactly.
In appreciation to the whole, you know.
I mean, my appreciation is in general. You see, I'm sure there are lots of people. We have family members that have been in. We have friends like Sanura. But this lady here, most of you, I don't know if you know her, but she was with Hajji all the way from his first election. From his first election. So, how do I thank some and leave others? It's a general thing. We appreciate the love, the support, the prayers, the friendship that you've shown him over the years, the ones that have shown him, the ones who have engaged him. You've met him, you know him. You know, there's nothing mysterious about him. He has been misunderstood by some. But it's okay, we all get misunderstood. Okay? But it's particularly fine.
Okay. Mr. Yusuf Sebagala.
Amanyago.
Ayozeza nagayisanula. Hajji abadde mukono gwange gwa ddyo gwa kkono. Hajji namusinkana mu 9 Hajji nanjagala nnyo. Sina kintu kye nnina mu bulamu bwange kitali kya Hajji. Hajji yantwala mu KCCA. Hajji mulimu mu KCCA.
Yakufunira omulimu mu KCCA ngani?
Nga mmeeya.
Gwali okolayo ngani?
Nga supervisor. Overall. Era ebintu bya bingi. Ebintu bya bingi biwanvu. Hajji Mukamala amupeera ekiwummulo ekyemirembe. Hajji Sebagala tetugenda muzaawo. Hajji Sebagala abadde talina ttako, abadde talina fitina, abadde talina nkokola. Hajji tewali munnabyabufuzi alimu wano mu Kampala n'abali mu byalo eyo Masaka Luttawa bonna yabateekako omukono gwe ne bawangula. Hajji tupambanye naye nga tuli mu DP, nga tuli mu ntalo njereere. Twagenda Embale ne bamumma obwa pulezidenti gye. Buli buli kimu kyonna tewali agikyazza apambana nga tetuliiko. Buli kimu kyonna agitubaddewo naye Hajji n'atwagala, Hajji n'atulaga omukwano nga buligeti. Era yabadde President General waffe owa buligeti.
Brigade mulimu abantu nga bameka?
Mulimu abantu 200. Mulimu abantu 200. Abo bonna bamabike bali mu buligedi. Bamulyanyama bonna bali mu buligedi. Bannamanja Rose Masaka ba MP bonna bali mu buligedi. Buligedi erimu abantu bangi, ba Yusufu, Bayanga Bosa, bantu bangi. Ayikomandi yabadde yetulibwako abo abanene.
Baani abo abanene adda batulako?
Nabira Nagai Sempala ali mu buligedi. Sempala bawa Nabira ali mu buligedi. Latifu ali mu buligedi. Simina byenjogera bannange kubanga Mabike ali mu buligedi. Bangi bannamanja Rosemary bonna bali mu buligedi. Abo be babadde batuula kwa ikomandi ne Hajji nga waliwo ne Central Command badde tulibwako Bayanga ffenna ko tubadde tubeera. Ne Hajji ye muntu atakuba nkokola. Mukama atukoze bubinyo bannange. Ebintu bya Hajji bizibu nnyo, ebintu bya Hajji byetaaga kutuula kuba biwanvu. Nga nso tulinze bino byenkubulira bitono n'ebintu bya Hajji biwanvu, Hajji atujje wala. Naddala nze saanuula. Hajji ne mu buligedi yaffe ayina omuwala gwe yayagala mu Nusufa Nakato. Namuzaalamu abaana 2. Ekintu kyaffe kiwanvu.